Good morning, everybody. It's 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are live on the Wake and Bake Show and live on speaker on Miss Green Jean's page. You know how we do it every morning. Grandma, Papa, it's raining out there. Why is Papa out there still trying to mess with them damn leaves this morning? Get him out the rain and tell him to come on in here and get the exercise done. We're going to give him time enough. He got exactly 3 minutes, 14 seconds after the introduction of, y'all know how I play my songs in the morning. And then, after then, we will be going into Mr. C. The slide man. Cha-cha slide. That's right. We finna get it in this morning. Are you ready? Move them couches and chairs out the way. And if you can't get up to do it, you can still move in a chair. So, let's go. I forgot I didn't hit that button this morning, guys. I'm trying to do too much this morning. Good morning to everybody that's listening and looking and like, what is this girl doing this morning? Hey, we're trying to get everybody fit and more fit. We eating too many medicines and edibles this morning. And yes, last night. Yeah, some of y'all had an extra donut. Yeah, you did. So let's do this now. Right after the Wake and Bake song, it'll be the cha-cha slide. And then after then, we're going to have Mr. James on the air with us if I have my breath back.
Rolling up a do when I wake up and contemplate how I'm gonna make bucks. Rent is due soon, I'm pitching. No different, I need to throw a change up. Before you start talking, get your weight up. Same dudes hating, they keep doing the same stuff. Cush loud, say what? We only look down and roll weed and pray up. And blow my smoke to the heavens above. And thank God just for showing me love, for giving me the strength when push came to shove, and making this beautiful bud for real. Roll it up for the good times, pour it out for the bad times. Roll it up for the good times, pour it out for the bad times. Hit my knees and pray, I say goodbye to yesterday. I wake, then I bake, and everything's okay, yeah.
Hopped up out the bed, grabbed my Ziploc. Y'all know my campaign, smoke trees, not rocks. Fell asleep with a dream, came up with a plot. Now I'm bleeding my block off private stock, trying to stack me up $1 million. House on the hill for my wife and my children. Flow non-violent, but I'm talking about a killing. Could've called life or I could've fell a victim, but I ain't never slipping. The night I hit my knees and pray. I try to talk to God, but he can't hear what I say. So if I go before my time, here's my soul to take. But if I get up in the morning, let me bake when I wake.
Roll it up for the good times, pour it out for the bad times. Roll it up for the good times, pour it out for the bad times. Hit my knees and pray, I say goodbye to yesterday. I wake, then I bake, and everything's okay, yeah.
I'm all about feeling great on a day-to-day. Double-fisted red cups, I ain't ashamed to say I'm trying to have the best summer I ever had. Inhale some good, exhale the bad. This is just the way things go first. I wake, then I bake, then I elevate the go. Cause you only get to live life once, but if you do it right, then once is enough. So just remember that whenever times get tough, and keep faith within the God we trust. And remember, you can only take it day to day, and everything's gonna be okay. It'll be okay. Hey.
Roll it up for the good times, pour it out for the bad times. Roll it up for the good times, pour it out for the bad times. Hit my knees and pray, I say goodbye to yesterday. I wake, then I bake, and everything's okay, yeah.
This is Rachel Hebert. We're live on the corner of Michigan and Wacker, following Casper doing the cha-cha slide. The new dance, the sweep of the nation.
This is something new, the Casper Slide Part 2, featuring the Platinum Band. And this time, we're gonna get funky. Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. All right, now, we're gonna do the basic step. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. this time. One hop this time. Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Crisscross. Cha-cha real smooth. Let's go to work. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 2 hops this time. 2 hops this time. Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Get funky with it. Oh, yeah. Come on. Cha-cha now, y'all. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 5 hops this time. Hop it out now. Right foot, let's stump. Left foot, let's stump. Right foot again. Left foot again. Right foot, let's stump. Left foot, let's stump. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all. Check it out, y'all. How low can you go? Can you go down low? All the way to the floor? How low can you go? Can you bring it to the top? Like you never stop? Can you bring it to the top? 1 hop. Right foot now. Left foot now, y'all. Cha-cha real smooth. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 1 hop this time. 1 hop this time. Reverse. Reverse. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Reverse, reverse. Reverse, reverse. Cha-cha now, y'all. Cha-cha again. Cha-cha now, y'all. Cha-cha again. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 2 hops, 2 hops. 2 hops, 2 hops. Right foot, let's stump. Left foot, let's stump. Charlie Brown. Hop it out now. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. Take it back now, y'all. Cha-cha now, y'all. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Do that stuff. Do it. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace, peace.
Tim, did you get that? Tim, did you get them?
Wow. Woo. That was fun. For those who missed it on Facebook Live, we're going to get off live in a few seconds here to get ready for our interview and catch our breath at 8:15 with Mr. James out of Georgia. Whew. That was the Cha-Cha Slide, guys. Each and every Thursday morning, from here until we get this weight off, we will be going live. I'm at 199.5 right now, guys. You can do this. If I can do this with 2 knee replacements, anybody can do it. I gotta kill some music, y'all. Shit, I'm out of breath. We'll be right back.
Gun in the holster bit, right in the upholstery, somewhere right close to me, just in case the rollers be rolling on the G. My woman keep it in the hosiery. I'm known in my town and on strips where high rollers be. I'm up early where the money folders sipping Folgers be. A country boy chilling in Brooklyn like Lefty spoke for me.
Fuck with us, you fuck with the truth, we speak openly.
Never a rat like Donnie Brasco though, cause ain't no hoe in me.
Notice me, senpai, they cry when I choke to speak. Set this crooked city on fire to light the smokery. Old timer speaker us hushed and touched their rosary. I lust after greatness, I'm aiming right at his ovaries. Better run from the future, Palooka. You acting like it's safe and the revolution's been. There's liars on the loose if we listen to you. We're the takers of the jewels, never singing a tune in.
All soft, all soft, all soft.
My mama said that I'm not living right. She said I'm crying on you. She said I waited up for you all night. I said I'm trying, mama. My mama said that I'm not living right. She said I'm crying on you. She said I waited up for you all night.
I said I'm trying, mama.
So good, fat boy, I levitate. God gifted, man, how the fuck they try to legislate? Mom, she recover and tell me I over-medicate. I tell her, holy fuck, Jesus Christ, give me a fucking break. She says, don't curse your mama, goddammit, and threw a dinner plate. Damn.
I heard it in Brooklyn where all the sinners stay. You running out of ways to go fuck yourself, I will innovate. The skinny, your shitty grin will disintegrate. Every sickening sentence so cheap and them tricks you venerate. Set the phase at the face plate, incinerate. Run the jewels, run with the board, baby, assimilate. Assimilate. My mama said that I'm not living right. She said I'm crying on you. She said I waited up for you all night. I said I'm trying, mama. My mama said that I'm not living right. She said I'm crying on you. She said I waited up for you all night. I said I'm trying, mama. My mama said that I'm not living right.
They want us die, mama.
My mama said that I'm not living right.
But I ain't crying, mama.
My mama said that I'm not living right.
You raised the line, mama. I ain't lying, mama.
My mama said that I'm not living right. I said I'm trying, mama. I said I'm trying, mama.
And we're back. For those who missed it, I just posted up on my Miss Green Jeans page is posted up, and I also posted up on Facebook, and I'll be sharing that also on Twitter and the Instagram today, guys. Hey, that was fun. Woo, I'm still out of freaking breath though. I gotta get to do this more often, guys, because see, when I do it by myself, you know, like later on today, I guess because I had to try doing the live show here on speaker and trying to do it, you know, trying to do the two at once just did not work out. So what I'm going to do real quick is get y'all to a couple of news feeds real quick that I had posted up this morning and get us on our way. I'm waiting on that call in. That call in should be coming in about 2 minutes. We're going to hear from Georgia today about what's going on down there. I'm just waiting for them to call in. So whilst we do that, I'm going to share a couple of interesting stories with y'all this morning. Where is it at? I know there's something I wanted to share. I know I had a story up there. Oh, here it is. I finally found it. Guys, I'm sorry. Like I said, today is all the way live because we're doing stuff on the fly today. Okay, this is out of High Times. Federal government seeks thousands. Oh, let's try that again. All over again. Federal government seeks cultivators to grow 1,000 kilos of cannabis. Is your company up for the job? Now, this is my question. Why would you want to grow for the government? But I'm going to read the article anyway. Those looking to play a role in the developing medical use of cannabis in the United States, listen up. Uncle Sam needs you. As reported by Marijuana Moment, a listing in the National Industry on Drug Abuse, the Federal Business Opportunities website last year asked for a capital state for business with the capacity of producing a variety of marijuana strains and projects. Bill must be equipped with storage space up to 500 kilograms of cannabis stock. The posting seemed to be excellent news for those who've been waiting for the U.S. to step up to the cannabis stock level for critical drug trials. Such progress can only proceed with federal authority, marijuana, and only one farm has been approved to the feds supply such a supply, and that was the University of Mississippi. Currently holds the only authorization since it's been approved way back. And notice I say way back to 1968. Okay? It's not 1968, I was 4 years old. So this has been going on for over 50 years. What it could have caused the long-awaited entry of the expensive cannabis status? Maybe we'll point out the recent resignation by the Trump Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Sessions is well known for the reputation of a salty adversity to the legal cannabis and may have played a major role in slowing down the federal government's support of marijuana clinical trials. Hold up, wait a minute. Stop. This is where I'm going to disagree at. We've been doing cannabis with Mississippi University for how many years? That's over 50 years. And how many presidents we done had in office since then? So my question is, Jeff Sessions ain't held this shit up. Let's keep it real, okay? It was more than just Sessions. So let me continue. Y'all know I'm gonna interrupt every now and then when I see something just ain't right about the story. Okay, let's see where we're gonna continue at. Okay. His department has certainly invigorated the cannabis industry. Publicly traded stocks like those of Canada Tilray Company Group and Aurora Cannabis spiked in the hours following the announcement. Here is some specs for those interested in playing. Who could be a monumental role in the U.S. cannabis history becoming the field supplier? Prospective companies must have equipped to grow or able to produce marijuana from qualified foreign sources. They need to be able to process marijuana extracts with a range of THC and CBD rations. The ability to manufacture such standard marijuana cigarettes is a must. They need to be able to store, produce, and place FDA quality requirements. Also, obligated to the capacity to operate a secure shipping facility to be able to send that cannabis out to science across the nation. The right candidate would also be able to secure all the licenses you need to work in a controlled substance and fully vast array of other equipment. Check the listing for itself for the specifications. This is what I say to you. Please do. I hope everybody jump on this, because the point is this: we've been waiting way too long for regulation on this, and I'm gonna tell you like this here. They do it. I'm signing up. They done experimented on me on every other way through the military, through the VA. So why not experiment with me on cannabis? Come on now, as long as it's legitimate cannabis. I don't want none of that synthetic shit. Y'all can keep that shit. So we're going to go ahead and get y'all back to some more music real quick. And I'm going to find out where my guest is, because it's 18 minutes after the hour and they ain't called yet. So we'll be right back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show.
Bless up the righteous seed. I dream always remember that you are your kings and queens. Listen to your heart and always follow your dreams. Always remember to stay positive. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bless up the righteous seed. I dream always remember that you are your kings and queens. Listen to your heart and always follow your dreams. Always remember to stay positive. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, I'm cold chillin', man. Intergalactic, man.
How you feeling, Alcyon?
Man, thanks for asking. Fantastic, straight up amazing, highly unusual, beautiful vibrations. Transmissions beaming back and forth eternally. Cause Alcyon, I came to burn away the 33rd degree absurdities. Don't get it twisted, cause there are two sides, dark and light, in this crazy life we live in. So I try to keep it fixed on the positive. I used to get shrilly, now I'm chilling with the roster kids. Replace my 40 with the clean canteen. Replace the cigarettes with a fat spliff of green. Nah, I mean, I'm doing my best to live the dream. I cultivate the body, keep it natural and clean. Like a stream, I'm flowing from the source. I listen as the lion roars. Bless up the righteous seed. I can always remember that you are your kings and queens. Listen to your heart and always follow your dreams. Always remember to stay positive. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bless up the righteous seed. I can always remember that you are your kings and queens. Listen to your heart and always follow your dreams. Always remember to stay positive. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause I'm the Kabbalistic, alchemistic, dreadlock Palladian, star surfer, earthling, proverbial Arcadian, time traveling, elf babbling, seeker of the unknown. Oh, the great mystery, as the dragon eats its tail, as the cycle closes in, yes, the noosphere prevails. Children live organically, the birds get back the canopies. No longer are we ruled by an oil-based insanity. Cars go electric, people riding bikes more. This could be our future, man. Tell me what you're fighting for. It's up to us and ain't ever gonna change. Stop depending on the suits, it's up to you to rearrange your priorities. What's your position? Are you satisfied with the quality of life you live in? Are you in heaven? listening and vision. Bless up the righteous seed. I can always remember that you are your kings and queens. Listen to your heart and always follow your dreams. Always remember to stay positive. Yeah. Always remember that you are your kings and queens. Listen to your heart and always follow your dreams. Always remember to stay positive. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, man. Bless up the righteous seed. I can always remember that you are your kings and queens. Listen to your heart and always follow your dreams. Always remember to stay positive. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bless up the righteous seed. I can always remember that you are your kings and queens. Listen to your heart and always follow your dreams. Always remember to stay positive. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, man, big up all the kings and queens, princes and princesses, yes. All the lions and lionesses, all the young cubs out there. Big up the youth, educating themselves, making a bigger, better world for tomorrow. Blessed love.
And we're back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show. I'm your host, Miss Green Jeans. And guess what? We got Mr. James on the phone from Georgia. Good morning, James. Speak to everybody. Let them know who you are and where you calling from.
Good morning. My name is James Meisner. Yeah, like you said, I'm in Atlanta, and I'm from Atlanta, and I run an advocacy platform called One Plant, and that's to help get people educated on all the many uses and benefits of cannabis.
That is wonderful. Like we was talking off air, I seen where y'all did an event down in Georgia this past Veterans Day weekend. I know some people don't follow us on Facebook, so would you like to tell them about what y'all had done this past weekend?
Yeah, actually, Sunday, which was 11/11, was Veterans Day, and every year it's on 11/11. We recognize it as a country the following Monday, so we recognize it on Monday. But on Sunday, we held a demonstration at the Atlanta VA Medical Hospital, which is on Claremont Road in downtown Atlanta, and we actually had the demonstration down at the VA, but we had a rally at the Golden Drops Cafe, which is about a 500-yard walk, and we had a bunch of speakers there. We had a couple of gubernatorial candidates, doctors, patients, lots of veterans. We had over 10 companies that donated a lot of CBD-type products and hemp extracts to the event, and we gave away 50 bags for 50 veterans that were in attendance. And then we took a casket full of pill bottles, and we had a funeral procession all the way down to the VA, and we posted the casket in front of the VA and had a candlelight vigil there to honor the 22 veterans that kill themselves every day and to bring awareness to that plight. And we've done this 3 years in a row now, and we're going to continue to do it until Georgia and our federal government recognizes this issue and gives us the options of cannabis.
Wow, that is excellent. I mean, I share y'all, y'all have been doing this 3 years now, because I remember sharing it each and every year. I'd have liked to got down there this year, but like as last year, I had knee replacement surgery, and I just recently had hand surgery, so maybe next year, if these doctors can quit cutting up on me, I can join you down there in Georgia.
Yeah, we'd love to have you down here. That'd be great. We're gonna do another demonstration similar to this at the Capitol. The very first one we did at the Capitol in the Rotunda, and we set it up and had a press conference there. So we're gonna do another one similar to that in the beginning of the year, probably when the legislative sessions start back, so that we can help push the issue of giving these patients and veterans access here in Georgia, because we've got a medical cannabis law, but it's not a real law. We're not one of the 33 states that are medical cannabis states because we don't have access. It's not a working law.
Did you say y'all had a law?
We have a law. We have a medical cannabis law. It's called the Haley's Hope Act, which allows patients to possess oil up to 5% THC, but they can't. There's no access, so they have to break laws by leaving the state, going to other states to purchase it, getting it through the mail, going to their local, drug dealers to try to find some cannabis to turn into oil.
What the holy hell?
It's a mess. Yeah, they turn patients into criminals here in the state of Georgia.
Oh my God! I don't know which one worse, being illegal treating or we got a law, but what?
Yeah, I call it a fake law.
That's exactly what it is, because you're breaking the law just to abide by the law. That's an oxymoron if I ever heard one.
And then you got the governor saying, I don't want to break federal law, but then he passes this. What are you doing by allowing patients to break federal law? You're breaking federal law anyway. Might as well give them access.
Exactly. I'm kind of curious why nobody has really looked at that and say, wait a minute, hold up now. You can't have it both ways. I mean, you're either legal or illegal. It's not like you can straddle the line on this one. I mean, wow. That baffles the mind. But you can have up to 5% THC. So that's not actually, technically, that's not CBD.
No, it's not. It's not a CBD only law. A lot of people confuse it with a CBD only. It's not. It's a low THC law, basically. So there's no threshold on CBD, but there is a 5% threshold on THC. And it has to be oil. And you can only possess up to 20 ounces. You got to have lab reports and all this stuff. So they put all these crazy stipulations on it, and then they tell you how do you do that in a state that's completely illegal? How do you have all that stuff? How do you get that without breaking laws?
That sounds like a bait and switch if you ask me. They setting people up for failure. Wow.
Yeah. And we got over 6,000 people on the registry that are registered here in the state of Georgia that don't have access. And probably another 40,000 just waiting for the Georgia to do something.
Well, I can understand why they only have 6,000 people listed, because first and foremost, them 6,000 people probably sitting at their house scared to death that the police go knock on their door. That's why they haven't had more than that registered, because technically you're asking me to register for a law that don't actually exist. You're asking me to register to be arrested.
Yep. That's been my concern. Is it's kind of a database right now, and I'd rather it be a real working law. We got to change that here.
Oh wow, most definitely. So let me ask you this, James, before we go to our break, and it might be something you want to think over. Where do you see these laws changing in 2019 and 2020?
Well, I think there's a lot of momentum going forward here in Georgia. We've got a lot of bills that we're going to introduce this year, from hemp to medical cannabis to fully recreational. So we're going to see what happens. We got a new governor coming in. We don't even know who the governor is yet, because there's such a stink going on with all the vote counting and stuff here. So we'll see what happens going forward here in the state of Georgia. But I think there's a little bit more momentum than there has been in the past to actually see something happen. And then, of course, at the federal level, you see a lot of things starting to change. Hopefully we'll get a farm bill passed here real soon, and then maybe we'll see Congress start acting on some of those marijuana bills that are up there, and maybe we'll see a federal change in cannabis scheduling here soon.
Yeah, I know. I've been reading a lot of stuff from Tom Engel and a few other people online as well about the changes that's coming. But this is the point that we'll bring up after the break, because we're about to go into the 30-minute mark, and we're going to have to take a quick commercial break, is this. With all that being said and done, I just like to know, what bills, and this is something we're going to talk about on the break. We have, you know what the count is now on how many medical marijuana bills and cannabis and hemp bills that we have at the federal level right now?
I'm not 100%. I want to say there's probably at least 5 or 6 floating around, including what the Farm Bill and the Justice Act, and there's a few of them.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're gonna go ahead and discuss that a little more. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show.
When you're under the influence of marijuana and you choose to get behind the wheel, you know it's wrong. So if you don't listen to your instincts, think about your fellow passengers. Or think about the other people on the road. Even the unexpected ones. And if you don't think about them, You'll answer to us. Drive baked, get busted.
And we are back. As me and James were talking here this morning, we're talking cannabis, hemp, Georgia, and everywhere else right about now. What me and James were talking about is how many bills. I think you're right, James. I think including the Farm Bill, the Veterans Bill, and I think it is 6. If I'm wrong, somebody let us know about how many bills they have right there on the federal level. Right now, all our bills here in South Carolina is gone. We got to start all over again from scratch when the session starts back. So nobody's really said anything to me about what it's going to be, who, what, and where. As soon as I can get through all the physical therapy and everything I'm going through, I'll be stalking people to find out when, what, where, how, and who is going to be on this bill here in South Carolina, because I need to know. But we're talking about Georgia right now, so let's get back to the state of Georgia. James, are you there?
Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't hear your last minute.
Yeah, I said we are coming back to the state of Georgia now. Besides that, can you think of anything that could get this process speeded up?
Well, just getting out and showing your support and talking to people. I think, there's a good friend of mine here in the state of Georgia used to be the executive director for Peachtree Normal, Sharon Raver. She says when we're talking, we're winning. So if we can keep the conversation going and we can keep, this pressure on these federal legislators, then I think we can change these laws. And I think that's what's pushed the issue over the last few years is all of the media and social media push by the people, the polls that show, hey, Americans want this, it's time to change.
Yeah, that's what I be trying to tell a lot of people. And with the veterans right now, the veterans are really I am so proud of our veterans right now. They're really showing up and showing out, and it's more and more being documented on video as well as audio saying I use cannabis. And I am so proud of them, because the point is this. And if you know an average veteran, he's taking anywhere from, and I'm just using he as an example because male and female, veterans that suffer from a variety of diseases and disorders that need cannabis is taking anywhere from 6 all the way up to 25 pills a day. And that's way too many.
Yes, absolutely. Veterans are prescribed 50% more pharmaceutical drugs than civilians. They die at a 50% higher rate than civilians. The statistics are astronomical when it comes to the veterans and their treatment and how they're, how all their medical conditions are handled, and a lot of times they're not handled properly.
No, they're not.
And the VA and the federal government are to blame, and they need to be held accountable.
Yep, that is true. Since I've been in the VA program now for over 30-some years, and the changes is so slow. And I don't know if you know, but if you tell them that you use cannabis, do you know you're listed as addict?
Yeah, well, a lot of times you can be. Recently, they did change some of their policies back in October of last year, so we're a little over a year when they changed the policies, but they don't. The problem is that the federal government still says cannabis is a Schedule I drug, and the VA has to follow what the federal government says, so doctors and the VA hospitals can't prescribe it. They really can't talk about it, but this new policy allows them to start at least talking about it and getting some of these things that these veterans are getting help with medical cannabis are in their records. So it's going to be documented. So that's a good thing. But until they can, really be open about it and doctors can feel safe to talk to the patients about it, then, things aren't going to change. And that has to be changed at the federal level, removing it as a Schedule I drug.
Exactly, because I've been putting my ass on the line ever since, because I went for a weight loss program here recently, last 3 months ago, because when I had my second knee replacement, I'm like, something's got to be done. I got to get this weight off. And they accepted me into the program, but they had some stipulations, and I almost got kicked out of there because of my cannabis use.
Yeah, it's a shame. A lot of doctors still will, it's a law. If you're using cannabis, you can't be prescribed most pharmaceutical drugs. That's federal law, and that's an issue. That's an obstacle for all doctors, including VA doctors. So if you're, in pain management and you want to try cannabis to get off the opiate, you may be subject to not getting any more opiates. They may say, no, you can't have them anymore.
You know what?
And that's a shame.
Yep, that's true. But you know what? I told them I don't want them. They get mad
it's a better option, no doubt. But some people they need that extra pain relief, or they need to be able to be weaned off of it. They can't just be cut cold turkey a lot of time.
Yeah, you're right. Because the side effects are horrible. I went cold turkey, James, when I had my last knee replacement. I just stopped taking my pain meds. And let me tell you something. I never felt withdrawal symptoms so bad before in my life. I literally was in the corner crying like a baby behind the withdrawals of it. So, no, I'm never looking back.
Yeah, and as you can imagine, like you said, a lot of these veterans are on so many, SSRIs and opiates, and then, if they get popped with a THC in their system, they get cut off all that stuff. Imagine what that does to their psychological, their mentality. I mean, they can go off on the deep end in a heartbeat.
Right, and on top of that, they lose their benefits.
Or they can hurt themselves, and that's the real issue.
Yeah, and on top of that, they lose their benefits. On top of that, they can lose, if they're retired, they can lose their retirement pay.
Right.
Yep, so that's why you hear me a lot of times, the reason why I fight for the vets, besides me being a veteran myself, I have 50% of my friends are veterans. One shape, form, fashion, or another, because my husband's retired military. And I got a chance to meet a lot of these men and women and got to see firsthand some of the things that they go through on a regular basis. And, looking at the different MOSs throughout the armed forces and everything, you'll be on some real pressure points. I mean, and now that I'm watching this one show, I was talking about it yesterday. It's called Night Shift. And for those people that don't understand how post-traumatic stress affects soldiers, please watch this show. This show is so realistic to the fact of what some of our soldiers go through. That's why I watch it, and that's why I talk about it, and that's why I do what I do specifically. Yeah, but it's people out there need it way worse than I do. And I will continue this fight until it is done. And I share this information all across the United States. I reach out all across the United States to different veterans organizations and everything else for them to get the word out to the different programs that is out here so we can help the veterans. We have a lot of programs out here that is dedicated to getting medical cannabis passed, but at the end of the day, what about the veterans that's in your community? Yeah, we appreciate what you're doing, but can you reach out to some of our vets, please? That's all I ask. Are you there, James?
Absolutely. I totally agree. We gotta support our veterans. It's think about 22 veterans every day. That's over 8,000 people a year, and we still talk about some things that are so trivial.
Right.
When that's such a huge issue.
Man, it's huge. I mean, I hear people like on Veterans Day for the last 2 days, thank you for your service. And I say I appreciate the thank you, but however, let me ask you this. When have you called your congressman to ask them when cannabis is going to be legal for our veterans? And that's right. Everybody I talk to, that's the first thing come out of my mouth. Do you know we have a CBD bill here in South Carolina, but we don't have a comprehensive cannabis bill in this state, and we have 25% veterans that live in your county alone? I'm on it. I mean, I mean, that is my driving force right now more than anything else, because these men and women need it. It's not a want. This is a need.
Right. It's a necessity for a lot of these people, and it should be the first option treatment, not a last resort.
Exactly. And I look at each day they come up with these why would you do synthetics? I mean, synthetic cannabis is wrong. It's so wrong. Because you take more money to develop that synthetic cannabis than you would actually to grow and actually use the real plant. So more money being wasted.
Yeah, it's not even real. I don't even call it cannabis. It's synthetic. It's the herbs and synthetic materials. There's no cannabis to 90% of a lot of these products. And that's the sad thing, is a lot of times they're being misrepresented and mislabeled.
Exactly.
Stay away from it. If it's not natural, don't do it.
There you go. Because I'm on a campaign now. We have CBD here in South Carolina and North Carolina. We can have less than 3% THC. But this is the problem. North Carolina, let me give you North Carolina rules real quick, James. If your friends and family members or whoever's listening out there in Georgia. This is what's going on in the state of Georgia, guys. In Georgia, I'm going to say not in Georgia, but in North Carolina, They have retail outlets that's now selling hemp that's less than 3% THC in all forms to include flower. Now, here in South Carolina, we have that bill. But we can't get a retail store started in this area for the simple fact is if we put flower in there, SLED will shut us down. Now, you tell me. Yeah. Now, North Carolina.
They're doing it in Tennessee, too. They're selling flower in Tennessee. I was just in Nashville a couple months back and at the Southern Hemp Expo. And, there's hemp flowers and, live in vases, and there's flower everywhere being sold by the grams and the quarters. And I was just like, wow, okay, this is cool. This is neat. This is something different. A couple hours from the house, and it's here, and, that's how quickly things are changing. And South Carolina and Georgia better get with it or they're going to be flooded with this stuff, and then they're not going to know what to do with it.
There you
better
go.
Get ahead of the 8-ball.
Yep, there you go. So what I'm going to be doing next week is I'm going to be talking to York County Sheriff's Department, and I'm going to also be talking with the City Council. I'm going back in front of the City Council again sometime soon, make an appointment, and find out why we can't have hemp flower here in York County. Because for me, hemp flower works better than the oils. I have to go over to North Carolina, get my hemp flower, and bring it back. And keep my paperwork with me at all times because I'm not trying to go to jail over legal hemp.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people.
Yep. Same issues in Georgia. We got to drive somewhere else to get broken in here. It's not fair.
No, it's not. And like that's why I bring it up. Because I don't understand why. I know why. Me and you both know why. And people get mad when I bring this up. The law is a racist law. It has been for ages. And as long as they think they can keep it under wraps, the more money they make in the state. They're making money in the state by locking up people for sometimes less than a gram. Some people got locked up for a joint. Some people get locked up for maybe an ounce. And that's not fair. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to look like me. And it's not right. The money that they making off these people right now, they're not getting all of it. They're only getting a percentage of it because they can't afford it. Now, what I suggest, and this is just my suggestion, that we go to a decrim law here in York County or over the state of South Carolina. That we can go ahead, since we can't get a bill passed here, at least get it decriminalized to small amounts to free up our police officers here across the state so we can get something done here. Have y'all did anything like that in Georgia yet?
Yeah, been doing that at a city-by-city initiative across the state. We made it decriminalized in Savannah, Clarkston, and the city of Atlanta decriminalized last year. So anything less than an ounce is now met with a civil penalty or a ticket. It's a ticketable offense.
That's beat jail time, man. Dang, I didn't know that. Thanks for the knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't. We're not that far yet. We're too busy worried about. We got a lot of people here that claim they want cannabis passed, but at the same time they're worried about writing a bill. Let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, here in South Carolina, get together and see can we get these decrim bills passed, because each one of us live in one of the 47 following counties. I'm willing to sit down and talk with the rest of the people here in South Carolina to get this taken care of. I'm not a person for politics, to be honest with you, James, but it's that important that we got to do it.
Yeah, I've never been much into politics, but the last few years I've learned that the only way to change these things is to do it at the State House, and it's not, to me, I don't look at it as a political issue. It's a human rights issue. It's a civil liberties issue. It's not a bipartisan issue. It's a nonpartisan issue. It shouldn't be politically divisive. It should be everybody wants it. The polls indicate it. Let's get together and make it happen.
Right. I like how you put that. I mean, I couldn't have put that no eloquently myself. I mean, you hit that nail on the head. So we are not going to keep you too long, James, because we know you stay busy all the time. So if you'd like to, when we're getting ready to close here, how can people reach out to you and get involved in what you got going on down in the area?
Well, you can always find me I'm a lot on Facebook. We've got a website called oneplantisallweneed.com, and on Facebook it's just one plant. That's one word, and one plant can save the world, and it can free the people.
Okay.
And we did. We also had a lot of events this weekend. So we did a From Shock to Awe documentary that follows 2 combat Army veterans as they heal with using cannabis, but also using ayahuasca and other psychedelics to help treat PTSD and anxiety and depression and trauma in some of these veterans and people who suffer with these style illnesses. And that was a pretty awesome documentary. You should check that out and share that with your folks. And also, yesterday we testified at the State House for the Medical Cannabis Commission. Myself, Joshua Luttrell for Veterans for Cannabis, and Stanley Atkins, the Canamedic. And there's a good little clip there, and also the entire live stream of that. If you guys want to check that out also. But, reach out to me if you're in Atlanta, in Georgia, or anywhere in the Southeast, because I love to work with everybody. I've had rallies all over the Southeast, so let's get together.
Hey, James, do me a favor. You have permission to share that on Ms. Green Jeans page at any time. And anytime you need to let us know about an event or anything, you have my number now. So, hey, hit me up a day ahead. Say, hey, Ms. Green Jeans, what you got going on today? I'd like to come on the show and talk about A, B, C, and D. You always got an open mic, my brother.
All right, thank you. You have a wonderful day.
All right, hey, thank you so very much. Thank you for everything that you're doing, and you have a blessed day as well.
All right, let's keep it one plant united, folks.
All right, then. Take care. One love, baby. Hey, guys, you heard it here first. Now that you heard all that, that's going to be the last talk of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is so important that we get everything taken care of that we need to get taken care of for our veterans. I mean, 22 a day is way too many to be losing. And with all the cannabis programs we have across the 30 states and the District of Columbia, and that's going to be my segue into the last talk of the day, part 2. Yeah, I got a story for y'all when we come back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And for that we have each other, and we will rise. of the air, I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
Squinting like a mother Asian persuasion. Truth be told, just a high Caucasian. Strange junkie, yeah, I'm the first to admit it. If you're crossing up genetics and you know I wanna get it, spark up cuz we squinting across the nation. Probably never hear this on your radio station. CD, iTunes, SoundCloud, this. Bump it real loud, get your neighbors real pissed. Come over knocking with an attitude that's funky when they lead is squinting and smelling a little funky. But that's okay, it's just how we do. Squinting with your old homeboy J. Woo. Call me the candle man cause I'm sugar wax stabbing. Love me the shadow, gonna grab a full slab and get this party started the best way I know how. And every single one of us be squinting for a while. We're squinting, yeah, that's how we do it. When you blazing with your old boy J. Woo says squinting each and every single day. Pass up one around like this record do play. We're squinting every time we roll through. When you blazing with your old boy J. Woo says squinting early morning to the night. Just make sure my bong ain't packed too tight. Squinting, you can call me Mr. Miyagi. Blood so green, call it Kermit the Froggy. Getting my mind foggy off the Garden of Whedon. Eyes wide shut is a life I'm leading. Now we proceeding to squint and get lifted. What strength you got to make reality shifted? If you've been around for a minute or two, know if it that good and make the J review. It's a guest choice till the end of the song. Do you wanna spark a joint, a blunt, bowl, a bomb? Lungs get ready with your squint game, baby. Think you can hang with the squint squad, maybe? Grab a dab, who could be the party starter? Also grab a bong and please change the water. Rooms elevated, all y'all minds are lifted. Squinting to the words of the most gifted. Squinting, yeah, that's how we do it. When you blazing with your old boy J. Woo says squinting each and every single day. Pass a blunt around like this record do play. Says squinting every time we roll through. When you blazing with your old boy J. Woo says squinting early morning to the night. Just make sure my bong ain't packed too tight. Squinting like it was my 9 to 5. So much honey in my jaw, you thought I robbed a hive. Eyes wide shut, if you know what I'm saying. Living the squint life, y'all know I ain't playing. Dabs on deck, ounce of flour in the glove box. Head out to the whip, we bout to hot box some moon rocks. Back up in a party and I got one wish, hoping that I get to try that squish. Sipping round the table, THC infused drinks. Squint with your homie, talking about what he thinks. Brought the distillate with them added in turks. DTFO, knocking out them twerks. Please make sure your boy don't fall. Who's the DK Dab King out, y'all? You want a good time? Let's do some bone races. Then we're gonna have a whole room of squinting faces. Squinting, yeah, that's how we do it. When you blazing with your old boy J. Woo says squinting each and every single day. Pass a blunt around like this record do play. We're squinting every time we roll through. When you blazing with your old boy J. Woo says squinting early morning to the night. Just make sure my bong ain't packed too tight. We're squinting every time I roll through. Yeah, I know you're squinting, baby. We're squinting, you're squinting. From New York to San Quentin. Get at me.
And we're back. The last part of the last talk of the day is out of the District of Columbia. Yes, the D.C. mayor is at it again. They're putting legislation together to get ready to make recreational cannabis in D.C. Stay tuned. That's hot off of Instagram. If you're on Instagram, I shared that this morning. I have not been on Twitter yet, y'all, because I've been having a busy morning. Hey, and the last part of that talk before we put this out for this show is one of my favorite shows, The Walking Dead star. Norman Reed is raising money for children using medical cannabis. Norman Reed, who plays the motorcycle rider and cross-show welding badass Daryl Dixon in AMC's television series The Walking Dead is kickstarting his second fundraising drive for children who use medical cannabis. After raising money for pediatric cancer patients with Cancer Kids, the organization in early 2017, Readers is now collecting donations for another nonprofit, Saving Sophie, that works with children and adult cancer and epilepsy patients who need medical cannabis. My hat's off to you, sir. Thank you so very much. Now, if we can get more celebrities to do this for our children, our veterans, whoever needs cannabis, we'll be so much better. Better yet, how about some of y'all that use cannabis out there? I ain't calling out no names. You know who you are. Back some of these people that's trying to get these bills passed. Y'all making dollars off it. So why don't you help some of us out? We're not begging. We're just asking for help. Because we get out on our own pockets. Some of us is going without just to get these bills passed. So think about that next time you open up your pocketbook to buy your weed for your weed man, okay? That's all I'm going to say to that. That's the last token today. We putting that shit out, alright? Hey, this was a great show today. First interactive show that I've done far as exercising. We will be doing this every Thursday. Mark your calendars. I'm going to get a better camera shot next time. I'm still playing with it. So with that in mind, guys, I got one question. Are you awake yet? If not, we're going to wake your ass up again tomorrow morning. And it's going to be the Friday edition of the Wake and Bake Show. And y'all know one thing and two things for sure. I am off the chain with that. So we're keeping our hearts and minds, guys. I am out. And y'all know I'm going to end the show with one of my favorites, the late, great Tom Petty. Peace out, y'all.
Stay